Welcome to today's episode of Talk the Talk, where we chat about it all with me, your host, Huss. We share incredible stories with incredible guests. A big thank you to you guys for all the support, and let's get stuck right into today's podcast.
It's always weird being filmed by someone else, because usually I film myself, so I know what do I do with my hands.
Are you sure? Because you're always just using your phone.
I don't like this, I don't like.
All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Talk the Talk. This is actually a really exciting guest for him because he's been on my podcast for the last... he's been on my For You page, sorry, for the last... Not the podcast. He's been on my For You page probably the last 5 years. He's got a Doctor of Medicine, a Bachelor of Pharmacy. He's an online personality, content creator. Is there anything you can't do?
That's a big intro.
Welcome to the show, man. How you going?
Good. How are you?
Good, man.
Thanks for having me.
No, of course. Should we jump right into it about, I guess, your journey and that pharmacy journey that you've kind of created and started? Yeah. Was that right after school?
No, so I actually in high school I wasn't very studious. I didn't study very hard.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I didn't get the best grades. I also wasn't very confident either in my ability of I didn't even apply to pharmacy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I went into medical science. And to be honest, I actually followed my brother's footsteps because my brother did the same pathway, my older brother.
He did medical science
He did medical science for a year.
Yeah.
And then transferred into pharmacy.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, I did medical science and got into pharmacy at University of Sydney.
Yeah.
But when I got in, I was like, because I didn't have that confidence in myself. I was like, this is like my one only chance to make something of myself. Like, I have to make sure.
You're spending at it.
Yeah. I have to make sure this works. So I actually started studying, and I think I learnt to study in pharmacy. So I started taking it seriously. I started studying, and then I actually really enjoyed it because for once in my life, academically, I was actually pretty good at something.
Yeah.
Whereas I never felt that in school.
I was the exact same way. I can't remember one thing from school, and then when I got into uni, it all magically started to click. Is that how you felt it for yourself?
Yeah. So it clicked, and I got really passionate, and I actually started paying attention. My grades were pretty good. Yeah. And that motivated me further. So when I get a test result, I was like, I'm actually
oh no, 100. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. So and then in my final year of pharmacy, all the boys, I made a good group of friends as well, which also motivated me to.
That helps as well, hey.
Because if you're not just doing it by yourself, you got some mates who are also in the same.
Yeah,
journey.
no, for sure, and it helps with going through it. It's a few years of your life as well.
Yeah,
and that kind of helps from that side of it, from the social, social aspect.
It's a canon event. I reckon.
No, it is.
Some of the boys were like, "Hey, let's do this GAMSAT thing," and I was like, "Okay, let's look into it." So GAMSAT was a graduate admissions test for medicine. I want to think I want to be 40 and think back and say, "Hey, I failed. I didn't get in." And instead of saying, "Oh, I wish I tried." Yeah. So I was like, I'll sit the exam, I'll fail it, and then I'll have an excuse to just say, "Okay, I tried my best." Right?
Yeah.
Final year, I sat this GAMSAT thing, and somehow I passed.
What was that? What was that feeling like?
Honestly, I don't know. I actually remember it very specifically. I was in my car, and I got.
Why does everything happen in the car for?
Honestly, we're in Sydney. You have to drive everywhere. Nothing's close by.
All my core memories are always
in the car.
Things that happen in the car. Yeah.
So I was sitting in the car and I got this email and it said GAMSAT. And my heart sank. I was like,
were you by yourself?
Yeah, I was by myself.
Yeah.
I was like, shit. I opened it, and first thing I remember, I called my mum.
Yeah.
I was like, "Mum, I passed this GAMSAT thing. I think I got a real
shot." Out, yeah.
I did it for the lols,
Yeah.
I hung
See
out
what
with
happens.
Yeah. I hung out with my friends to study for it, but we didn't. I wasn't really aiming to get in. So I set the GAMSAT, got in to the passed the thing. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, so it's time to apply. So I started applying, and this was in my final year of pharmacy. So I was doing the whole graduating stuff and tying up the degree. And then I applied everywhere. And one of those places was also UCID. I was like, I'm well known at UCID. At that time, I just started my TikTok account, and I was, very passionate. I was well known with the academics as well. And so I built up a pretty good profile in terms of my application. Yeah. So I applied, and then I got into medicine.
Wow.
But to be honest, in fourth year, I was like, I'm so done with study. I'm so done with this. I just want to start my career. I want to start making money. I want to start working.
Was this 4 years into uni?
Yeah. So, 1 year medical science and 4 years pharmacy. Okay, so 5 years. So 5 years in uni, I was like, I'm done. I don't want to do another 4 years. Yeah. But then I got into medicine. You can't waste it.
You just go through with it, yeah.
I was like, I'll continue through. But it was one of the happiest memories of my life. Telling my family, that was
Yeah, tell us, how was that? How was when you told your parents and your siblings that, what was that like?
So I actually posted a video on TikTok of me telling my family.
Yeah.
When I first got the offer, I was at work.
Yeah.
I was in a pharmacy. It was a Priceline pharmacy.
Yeah.
And I was doing the order. So I had the screen open for the ordering portal to order drugs and medicines for the pharmacy. And all of a sudden, I had my email also in the background because I knew that was the day I was going to get my offer, whether I got rejected or accepted.
Yeah.
And I see a notification because on the tab it says the little thing. So I opened it.
Yeah.
And then I read it, and I had to read it 3-4 times. I got the pharmacist next to me. I was like, "Hey, can you read this with me?" Does it say I got in?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And then I got in. So I printed the paperwork, and I was so happy. I was like, I actually started crying. Like I'm not.
Wow. No, yeah, but that's an emotional moment.
Yeah,
that's like that is a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah. So I started crying because I never like. By the way, I told you I was in high school. I had no confidence in myself. I didn't even apply to pharmacy.
Yeah.
Right. Because I just didn't have the confidence to get in. I was like, I'm no way I'm going to get it. I'm not even going to apply. So going from that to like finally, getting into a degree of pharmacy.
Yeah.
And then going from that to medicine, which is like one of the most competitive degrees in academia.
Yeah, I'm so curious to hear about how that was, that competitive nature between.
Oh, that's the next story.
We need to get there.
We'll get there. So I print off the paperwork, and my brother, which I told you was a pharmacist as well, was also working, but in the neighbouring pharmacy.
Had he finished recently, or was he like in it for a bit? Or
he's 3 years ahead of me.
Okay, yeah.
So he would have been a pharmacist for 3 years at that stage.
Okay, yeah.
And I was a 4th year pharmacy student.
Okay.
So I printed off the paperwork, and I just walked out of work.
Yeah.
Right. I forgot the order. I told the pharmacist, "Hey, I'm leaving. Like, this is important."
Yeah.
So I got the offer in my hand, and I walked out, and I walked straight across to the other pharmacy that he was working in, and I took him out of work, and I was like, his name is Brother. I was like, "Brother, look at this."
Yeah.
And then he hugged me, and I was like, "We have to tell my parents."
Yeah.
So when I come home tonight, I want you to record.
Okay. Yeah.
So I came home, and he had the camera.
Was this on TikTok?
I did post it. I
feel like it's ringing a bell. Yeah.
No, I'll show you. So I got home.
Yeah.
And I got the stethoscope that my dad gave me when I was a kid. He gave me because my dad's a doctor.
Yeah.
He gave me a stethoscope to play with when I was a kid, and I still had it. So I put it in a box with the offer.
Far out.
And I wrapped it up and I gave it to my dad. And I had I tried to hide my emotions because I just want to be like, "Guys, I got in."
Yeah.
But I was like, "No, Dad, I got something for you."
Yeah.
So my dad opened it. And at the time, he's just recovering from a back surgery.
Oh, wow.
So he's not very mobile. But I remember he shot up. He stood up straight away and hugged me.
Yeah.
My mum started crying. I'll show you the video. It's actually it's a very emotional video.
Yeah, when that happened and like you saw your family's reaction, what was your immediate response to seeing that?
No, but I was like, I've finally made them proud.
Yeah.
Like I've come home with some good news. It's a cool memory, and honestly, like even now, like I still think back and like it just brings a smile to my face.
Yeah, when you like going back a bit to when you spoke about how you thought you weren't smart enough, or like you couldn't get into, like you thought you weren't going to get into, I guess, pharmacy or medical, was it medical science you thought you wouldn't get into?
I didn't even think I'd go into uni.
How did you push yourself mentally to just kind of just like go into it and like apply and just kind of go for it?
So it was a change of mindset, and I reckon it's like small wins.
Yeah.
Right. So when the ATAR came out and it wasn't horrible, I was like, okay, I can work.
This is workable, yeah.
This is workable, right? Then I got the offer for medical science. I was like, okay, so something's happened. Like, I'm not useless. Nothing's gonna come.
It kind of took away a bit of that self-doubt that you had.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So it's this. At that point, I never thought, hey, I'm gonna be a pharmacist or I'm gonna be a doctor. I'm gonna be successful. I didn't have these things in my mind, but slowly, with each win, it just felt like I was getting more possibilities were possible for me, or more things were possible to me.
Like each thing that you did just kept leading to the next step for you.
Yeah, more doors were opening up.
Yes,
right. Doors that I didn't think I would have access to.
Yeah.
So even when I was in medical science, I didn't think I would get into pharmacy. I got into pharmacy. I didn't think I would get into medicine.
Yeah. What was it like transitioning through all those degrees?
Well, it's not a short time. It's not like within weeks.
Yeah.
Right? It's over years.
Yeah.
And over years, naturally, you just mature. You get smarter.
Yeah.
You learn more things, even if it's not just academic. You grow in yourself.
Yeah.
So progressing through those degrees, personally, I think I matured a lot.
Yeah.
And I grew a lot.
Yeah.
And
do you feel like those years is where you learn the most about yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah. Whether it be the people that I met.
Yeah.
And the people that influenced me, the new friends that I made.
Yeah.
And also, like I said, the small wins, and then just the career advancement as well. So I grew a lot, I think.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I'm not young anymore. I'm 28 now. So
no, You're still young. Come on, man.
I'm old man. What is this?
No.
No. But honestly, like compared to where I started, I think back when I started my journey was like 18.
Yeah.
And now I'm 20. So in the past 10 years, there's like massive changes.
Do you look upon, like, how do you look upon reflection on those past few years that you've been through?
Reflecting in itself. So it's not just counting the wins. I also count the losses. Yeah. I think about all the mistakes that I made, and it's just one of those things. Like you go to bed and you just all the mistakes you make kind of play back. Yeah. No matter how many years ago. It's like, oh, I wish I did this. I wish I did this. But you just kind of learn from that, right? Yeah. So I like to, at the end of the day, just literally in a day, I'm about to sleep, I just play back everything that has gone through recently. Yeah. And if I've done something wrong, if I've done someone wrong, or if I'm doing myself wrong. Yeah. I try to take a lesson from that. Yeah. And like when you were going through uni, you spoke about that competitive nature. Where did you find that from? Did you find that between students? Did you find that what was that element like? I was very, very lucky in pharmacy. I had a good cohort. Yeah. Or at least a good group of friends. Yeah. And we kind of helped each other up. Like there was a lot of times where I was like, hey, I don't know how to do this. Yeah. And the boys were like, I got you. Like this is how we do it. And we teach each other. How good does that make it? Yeah. It's actually the best thing. Yeah. I didn't find that in medicine. Yeah. Medicine is in class in high school you have that one student that's like, oh miss, you didn't check the homework. Yeah. Imagine a cohort of 300 people all like that, right? Yeah. The one they don't want to help you because medicine is very competitive to get into. And anyone who's sitting the exams to get in, you're competing against the person next to you, right? Wow. Yeah. So they come into the cohort already in that competitive nature. Yeah. Even though we're in the degree. We're going through the same thing. Yeah. We're not same experience. We're not competing anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Right. But they're still competitive. So I felt very isolated in medicine. Yeah. And I didn't have that support system of, hey guys, can you help me out? Oh, I don't know how to do this assignment, or I don't understand this concept, and someone would sit with you and talk you through it. Or even just complaining about particular things. Sometimes you have a hard day. Yeah. Like, oh, I hate this class. Yeah. Right. Oh, I hate doing these reflections. Yeah. Yeah. And then someone would be like, oh yeah, definitely. Having someone to vent to makes all the difference. Exactly. I remember venting in first year medicine to someone, and I was like, oh, I hate doing this reflection thing. And instead of being like, yeah, me too, like kind of just relating with you, she was like, she was like, oh, actually, it's actually really important for your growth. You definitely need to I was like, I know it's important for it. But you need to let it out. Like you need someone to bounce off with, like even if it's venting or even if it's like complaining or going through the good things even. Like you need that. I think, is that the main difference you found between pharmacy and like when you went into medicine? Was it those two things? Like, yeah. So in terms of academics, obviously you still have your assignments, you have your lectures, so the teaching's very similar. Yeah. But it's the people that I went through, and I think I was just unlucky. I think it's just the cohort that I had. Yeah. But where do you think that competitive nature was coming from? Was it, I guess, everyone kind of, was it the job market? Was it, I guess, the studies? Was it like, where do you think it came from? I think it's the personalities that medicine attracts. It's the type A personalities. Okay. And they're just naturally competitive. Yeah. And you have to be to get in. Yeah. Well, except for me, I think I was just lucky. Yeah. But I think most people were very competitive. Yeah. And they were very driven, and they just carried that with them to that degree. And obviously you're an online personality content creator. Yeah. What was that like throughout all of your studies? I'm so curious to hear about this. Yeah. So again, not very positive sometimes. Yeah. I actually had a few haters, anonymous commenters that were actually my cohort. Stop, really? Yeah. So some of my viral videos, people would comment, and then others would say, "Yeah, I know him from uni, and he's X, Y, and Z." Right? Like he's, and it's like, so you think to yourself, like, there's ops, there's snakes in the within cohort, your own cohort, yeah, and they're all anonymous. Obviously, no one's going to say it to your face. Man, what do they get out of that? That's like, what do you? Well, I think it's that competitiveness, right? Yeah. At the end of the day, in the future as well, we have to be competitive because to specialize, there's limited places. Yeah. There's what we call in medicine a bottleneck. Yeah. So, for example, there's only, let's just say they can accept 50 surgeons a year, right? And there's going to be like 1,000 of us graduating. So do you think that kind of had an impact on it as well? Like that you were more out there than maybe, like in terms of being online and like showing what you do you think that kind of had an impact maybe? Yeah, I think I was attracting attention to myself. Yeah. And I think what I learned from that, I think I learned to just fly under the radar. Yeah. And when, like, how do you handle those situations? I guess you're, like, in your mindset, you're kind of just there to learn and study. And then when these external factors come in, how did you manage that? Yeah, there was a lot of anxiety, and I didn't really know how to navigate it, to be honest.
Don't put my jacket on.
No, go for it.
I had to learn a lot. And prepare myself.
I guess you just take that all as like a learning experience. Hey, like that's one of those things that you just look at back on and you're like, hey, even like going through that process of figuring out what to do, like wouldn't you even say you learned just even from doing that?
Oh, I've definitely learned a lot. So recently I was working in a pharmacy and I was making some creams.
Yeah.
And I reached out to the owner of the pharmacy and I was like, hey, so I'm going to make some videos in your pharmacy.
Yeah.
And before he can even say anything, I said to him, I was like, I'm not going to share any patient information. There's not going to be any branding of your pharmacy. There's not going to be stuff that's going to be showing from your pharmacy on my videos. And he was like, yep, that sounds good to me.
Yeah. So
just the fact that I'm now prepared when I'm making my videos, I'm very conscious of confidentiality, professionalism, and just branding alone.
Yeah. Right? What's it like working in a pharmacy and then I'm sure you've been recognized while you're working. What's that like? What's your immediate reaction if someone comes up to you, hey, it's Mustafa?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know how to navigate that.
Yeah.
So I've had people come up to me and say, hey, you're the TikTok guy. And I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like,
what else?
What do I do now?
What do I say?
Do I want to do the renegade feeling? So to be honest, I don't know like where to go from there. So, because obviously like online, I'm talking about a particular topic.
Yeah.
But if I'm at work professionally, I'm just a pharmacist.
And we were saying before as well, like it's funny having like cameras and lights and everything.
Yeah.
And for you, I guess you are just used to like having your phone, and then does it kind of snap you out of it when you see someone come up to you and be like, hey, you're Mustafa?
Yeah. So when I'm posting videos, to me it's just numbers on a screen. I says, oh, there's 50,000.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 50,000 people seeing me, but I don't see 50,000 people looking at me.
Yeah.
Right. And when you get recognized in person, it's like, oh, okay, there's actual people watching.
Yeah.
Like it actually feels very heavy because you're like, okay, I've got a responsibility.
I would not know how to react to that. Hey.
Yeah, and I still I never get oh, you're Pharmacist. Yeah, that's me. Okay.
Yeah, because how do you navigate a conversation after that? Yeah.
Where do you go from there? Like, what do you say to them?
That's me.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Have you had any funny or like things that you still think about, situations that happened while you were working, from I guess people that recognize you or anything like that?
So I had a lady reach out to the pharmacy I was working at, and I don't know how she found out, but she knew where I was working. And she asked for her mum's medications to be packed by me, like at my pharmacy.
Oh, specifically by you?
Specifically by me, right? And I don't know if she thought I was going to like pick up some interaction or sort something out, but I was looking at her profile and it was exactly how it was being packed at the other pharmacy.
Did she know you were there because of social media? Or
I don't know how she knew where I was.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was creepy.
That would freak me out, yeah.
But I was like, okay, like I feel like she was expecting something in particular from me. Right?
Yeah.
Like a particular, like I was meant to fix something.
The fact that she was like requesting you specifically and that's
anyway, so I packed it for her and she picked it up once and then she never came again.
Yeah.
Another weird interaction I had was actually someone sent me Uber Eats
at work,
right? I went to open the pharmacy and there was a bag, an Uber bag, outside the pharmacy.
All right.
And it had my name on it and it wrote your breakfast or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think once I posted on my Instagram story that like I have banana bread for breakfast. There was a banana bread there. So that was, again, it was pretty scary. Yeah. Like I don't post where I work, so I don't know how people know.
Yeah, I guess the fact that you are online as well, like people will recognize you straight away as soon as they see you.
Yeah.
Working in a pharmacy, do you ever feel like navigating your social media, like the social media side of things you do and your actual career, how do you kind of balance that as well?
To be honest, sometimes when you're in TikTok mode, you're just thinking, all you think about is how to make the next video. So when you're at work, you're thinking about, oh, this is an interaction. I wonder if this is, some good content I can make.
Yeah.
Or you talk to someone, you're like, oh, maybe I should remember that story for TikTok. And I feel like sometimes it infiltrates your day. And then you go home and you record videos, and I feel like most of the day is gone.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say it's hard because, like, honestly, I'm just talking to my phone. But it is time consuming. Yeah. For me, I like to split up my day with like professionalism, so I can go to work.
Yeah.
And split up with me time, which is like, playing games or like gym or something for myself.
Yeah.
And then like sleep, right? I have to have these three components. And then sometimes I feel like when I come home from work, I'm tired and I haven't de-stressed. I haven't like, had scroll time or whatever, or gone to the gym. And I'm just editing videos. It feels like it takes away from your me time.
It feels like you're working again.
It does, it does. But yeah, it is time consuming.
Yeah, what differences do you see? Because it is kind of like you're running two careers at one time, like having your pharmacy career and then you've also got your social media side. So how have you kind of found those two career paths that you've kind of gone down over the past few years?
I haven't really looked at TikTok as much of a career as much. Recently, I've had some sponsors reach out to me, and it almost feels like, it kind of feels like I'm stealing, you know, like they're paying me all this money for like such little effort. I was actually talking to someone the other day, and I was saying, hey, I worked insane hours for the past week. I think I did like 80 hours in pharmacy. I was exhausted. Yeah. And the amount of money I made from that week is like almost as much as one sponsored post.
Oh wow, yeah.
And I'm not going to mention the sponsor themselves. But I was like, it doesn't feel fair.
Yeah. Do you think it's because you kind of have been through pharmacy and you know how like time consuming and hard that is? Do you think that's why you're kind of differentiating the both between that?
Yeah. So when I look at money, I think about it, how much hours it is. Right? So if something's $1,000, I'm like, okay, so I have to work X amount of hours to make that much money, right? So I look at it as time. Yeah. But then when someone offers me like a lump sum amount for like a 30-second video, 1 minute video, it's like it doesn't correlate. Because for me, that much money should equate to X amount of time or X amount of effort.
I guess as well, because majority of your career as well has been, I guess, that hustle and like going through uni for years and years, and then now you're how long have you been working in the pharmacies for?
So I've been working in pharmacy since 2017. Yeah. But I've never really done full time per se. Yeah. So I've always done pharmacy on the side. Yeah. Like for example, during farm school, I'd work in a pharmacy after uni. Right? So I'd do like a 5 to 9 shift after my 9 to 5 at uni. Yeah. Or when I was in med school, I would do like on my days off, or like in my holidays, I would go and locum. Locum is like a sole contractor. So if a pharmacy needs a pharmacist, you'd go and work for them for a particular period of time, and then you'd issue them a contract. Yeah. Not contract. An invoice, sorry. Oh, okay, yeah. I was thinking of contract. So I was always doing it on the side. It's never been a full-time gig for me.
I saw that. I feel like I've seen a few videos from you where you work regional as well. You go to pharmacies in regional areas. What's that like? And what's the difference like between working, I guess, in the big cities compared to, the regional pharmacies?
Yeah. So regional areas are always in need of pharmacists. Yeah, okay. The major pharm schools are in the city. Yeah. So University of Sydney, they got UTS. Yeah. But you don't have any farm schools in regional areas. So most people when graduate, they'll just go to Sydney or Melbourne or just the major cities. Yeah. And like I was telling about locuming, so they put out these locum ads for a particular period of time that, hey, we need a pharmacist. And usually the pay is a lot more than cities.
Yeah, and you just register yourself for that?
So you just look up the advert, and you say, hey, I'm interested in doing this. Okay. And they'd send your resume to the owner. The owner would say yes or no. Yeah. Most of the time they'd say yes because they need a pharmacist. Yeah. A pharmacy actually can't open its doors unless a pharmacist is on present. Okay, yeah. Right? So if a pharmacist is not there, they have to close doors. This is by law. So sometimes like they just take anyone. Just so they can open doors.
That must make it a struggle as well. Like you said, they're understaffed and in regional areas specifically. Yeah. So I guess there always that need for pharmacists in like regional areas?
Always, yeah. And the pay's actually pretty good.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, the only downside is like you don't have your family with you, and there's not much to do after 5 o'clock.
And in what blocks do you go work in these regional areas? It's like 2 weeks time, it's like a week, or does it just depend on?
Well, it really depends. It could be like a 1-day shift, or it could be like a month-long stint. It just depends on what they're looking after. Yeah. In 2023, I took a gap from med school. I took a 6-month hiatus. You'll notice that I actually took a 3-year break from social media from 2023 till now. And in that 6 months, all I did was locum, and I went all over Australia. So I went to West Wyalong, Gingin, went to Cairns, like wherever you could, and they give you accommodation. Wow. They pay for travel. Yeah.
What was that experience like? I guess going to all these different areas, because that's like something you would never forget. Hey.
Yeah, it felt like a paid holiday.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Because after work, for example, in Gingin, they gave me a beach house. After work, I just go to the beach.
Wow. Yeah.
Or like the staff, because it's a regional area, everyone knows each other. The staff were really accommodating, really friendly. Yeah. One of them was like, "Hey, I got a spare motorbike. Do you want to go motorbike riding?" We just took.
Yeah, you just meet new people as well.
You just meet people, make friends. It was a crazy experience.
What was your favorite regional town that you've worked in? Do you have like one that stands out to you?
I wouldn't say it's my favorite regional town, but I'd say it's one of my favorite experiences. Okay. Probably Cairns.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Because Cairns, I mean, it's not completely regional. Like they got a city and everything like that. But I got a house to myself. They gave me a car. Wow, and it's a very tropical area, so the water's always warm. You can't swim because there's crocs, but it's nice anyway. I met a nice group of friends there.
Nice, yeah.
And yeah, it was a good experience.
Do you ever would you ever see yourself moving regional, taking the full regional move, or?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like I said, the most important thing for me is family.
Yeah.
So for me, work isn't like, I don't want to sacrifice my life to work.
Yeah.
Work for me is a means to an end.
Yeah.
And work for me gives me resources to supply to my family and be able to live comfortably.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I would never sacrifice that work-life balance.
Yeah. And is that how have you found, I guess, what things have you implemented to kind of give yourself a work-life balance? Because I feel like that's an interesting topic within itself, like people trying to figure out how to figure out their lives and their works. How have you kind of found that works for you?
To be honest, I haven't had much of a work-life balance at the moment.
Yeah.
I think I've kind of, right now, I've sacrificed my work-life balance for the future.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that in the future that I'd have a more comfortable work-life balance.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm weighing up doing GP because that's a more comfortable work-life balance.
Yeah.
Because that way you can just clock off at 5.
Yeah.
And the work doesn't follow you at home. Right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
You're not on call or anything like that. When you're home, you're home.
It's nice because it does sound like you have options as well into different paths that you can take. It's not like pharmacy's the thing you're going to be doing for the next 20 years. It sounds like you're going to have options and things you're going to be able to explore.
It's so broad.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking about maintaining my pharmacy registration. So I'm going to keep pharmacy and medicine. Yeah. So I think in my spare time, I'll work as a pharmacist, locum or whatever, if any opportunities come up. There's been times where I've locumed and they've given me a house, a beach house or something like that. And I'm like to my wife, hey, let's just come. Like, you can hang out on the beach, I'll go work. Yeah. A free holiday. Yeah. Sort of situation. But I mean, in that way, that kind of answers your previous question about work-life balance. I kind of incorporate my work as part of my life. Yeah, because I guess your work has been one of those jobs that has provided you with like these unique experiences as well. Hey. Yeah, yeah. And with your work, how have you kind of, like, you went through so many years of study. How have you, when you finished your Doctor of Medicine, did you have anything? Were you like, I want to do something else after this? Like, how did you kind of? Did you know you were done right after that, or did you have? Honestly, I thought I was done after pharmacy. Oh, you thought you were like, fully? I had to reactivate my brain. I had to bring out, dust off the cobwebs. And I'm like, okay, I gotta push through 4 years. I don't think I can keep going studying. Like, I don't think I'll go back to uni. Oh, like, really? I think every stage of your life, you have to enjoy that stage. Yeah. Like when you're in school, enjoy your high school years, right? Yeah. When you're in uni, you have that. Enjoy those unis. Yeah. I think I'm at that stage where I'm ready to like just work. Yeah. Just have a full-time job, family. I'm at that stage where I want to set up my life. Like I can't be studying forever. When you look at where you're at now, and you look at the Mustafa, I was just finishing high school and like seeing where life's going to go. What differences do you see within yourself? I honestly don't recognize myself from back then. I feel like I'm a different person. Wow. Yeah. And to be honest, 10 years isn't a long period of time. Yeah. I mean, I wonder what the next 10 years are going to be like. Yeah. What do you want in the next 10 years? Next 10 years, this is me like just dreaming. This is fantasizing. Yeah. Right. So I don't know if it's going to happen or not. Like I said, we've got to look at the doors that open up ahead of me. Right. I'm hoping to open my own pharmacy. Okay. So I enjoy business. Yeah. So I'm hoping to have a business, and pharmacy is my trade. So I'm going to look at buying a pharmacy, and obviously advance my career in medicine. So next year will be internship. Yeah. The year after that is residency. And then the years after that I'll be applying for specialty training, which I'm thinking about emergency. Yeah. So the next 10 years I'm hoping I'll be an emergency consultant. Yeah. I'll have my own business. Yeah. This is all again. And for anyone, I guess, going through a similar journey to yours, who's kind of thinking of applying to medical science and pharmacy and Doctor of Medicine and all that, how would you, like, if you had one piece of advice or a few pieces of advice for people going through it now, like the stress is on, like, it's one of those things where it's that high intensity environment. What advice would you give? This is going to be really cliche. Yeah. I would say have confidence in yourself. Yeah. Not overconfidence. Like, you don't want to be delusional, but have confidence in yourself. Like, if in year 12 I was confident enough to actually apply for pharmacy, I would have saved myself a year of medical science. Instead of doing that year, I would be 1 year closer to my career and whatnot. Have that confidence, but also be realistic. Yeah. And don't look at, I wouldn't always look at the big picture. I wouldn't just look 10 years in advance, right? Yeah. I would say take one step at a time. Because for me to develop my confidence, like I said, it was the little wins that open up the doors for me to be like, hey, it's like that ripple effect of what's to come, right? It's you don't want to look, 30 years ahead when you haven't even finished your HSC or your ATAR or whatever, right? So just count the wins, small steps at a time, and then before you know it, 10 years have passed, you've done 2 degrees. And when thinking back to all your studies and all those years you put into it, what's like the main takeaway you've taken away from all that learning and all those like
sleepless nights, all the V's, all the Red Bulls.
To be honest, I reckon don't let it encompass your life.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, you know, that exam is the one thing, I have to pass this exam, and it consumes you.
Yeah.
You have to enjoy the work-life balance, enjoy the things on the way, because you have to enjoy each stage of your life.
Yeah.
Enjoy high school years, enjoy your uni years, enjoy the...
Just taking it as it comes, hey?
Just take it as it comes. So if you've got an exam, don't shut yourself off from family. Don't shut yourself off from, you know, opportunities that come your way, like work or whatever it is. Yeah. Obviously, prioritize what needs to be prioritized. Yeah. But don't let it consume you.
Going through your studies and all the work you've done, how have you kind of been able to, I guess, like dissect that all and like just take care of your mental health and take care of like just you in general?
No, it's been tough, to be honest.
Yeah.
There was moments where I wish I could go back and talk to myself and say, hey, it's going to be fine, right? They say if you're going through hell, just keep going, because you know this too shall pass. Everything has an end.
Yeah.
So whatever hard time you're going through, whatever exam you're sitting, it's going to come and go. Yeah. And it's going to be a memory soon, right? Which also goes back to my motion of like, you have to enjoy the phase that you're in. Yeah. Right? Everyone thinks, I'm going to be so happy tomorrow when I finish X, Y, and Z. I'm going to be so happy when I buy this car. But one day you're going to buy that car and then the next car's going to come. Right? Yeah. So you have to enjoy now, okay, and remember now before just focusing, you know, to your goal.
Have you always had that type of mindset where you're like, let me just enjoy this part of my life? Or when did that kind of kick in and you started to realize, hey, I need to actually take everything that I'm going through in, like I need to enjoy this a bit?
No,
as well?
I had to develop that. Yeah. Because I was always thinking about the next thing, and sometimes I'm still like that. I think about, you know, okay, I'll be so happy once I graduate. I'll be happy when I finish my internship. I'll be happy when I think about these things. But it wasn't until maybe halfway through my journey I would look back, because I love taking photos and, you know, social media, stuff like that. I would go through and I'll just look at all the things that I've done, and I'm like, wow, that was actually fun. Yeah. Right? Like, I wish I enjoyed that more. I wish I knew I was in the canon event of my life story.
No,
right?
for sure.
So at a certain point I was like, you know, I'm just going to enjoy it.
When did that kind of kick in for you?
I think 2023. So remember the hiatus I told you about?
The what, sorry?
The hiatus.
Yeah.
So I deferred a semester of uni to locum for 6 months.
Yeah.
It was at a stage where I was really taking my work seriously, pharmacy work, and I would get like emotionally impacted if something goes wrong at work. Yeah. If a particular drug wasn't ordered, because you know when you're a pharmacist you're in charge. So I felt responsible for everything. Yeah. When I started locuming, sometimes as a locum your job is just to make sure the door's open. Yeah. Right. You got to make sure that the doors open at the start of the day and they close at the end of the day. Yeah. That's your job. I started thinking, you know what? It's not that deep. Nothing is that deep.
That's been my mindset as well for the past few years. I'm like, nothing's that deep.
And I think it's a Gen Z mindset as well.
Yeah.
It's not that deep. Like, just whatever, who cares?
I actually love that mindset as well. Like, it seems so simple, but I feel like it helps with everything.
It is. And sometimes I try to like... Sometimes when you see someone else going through a hard time, and you just want to say it's not that deep, but then you don't want to like diminish what they're going through.
Yeah, I'll only say it to myself.
So like I said, it's something you develop, and I develop to myself. And no matter, sometimes if I'm having a bad day, I'm thinking like, you know what? Who cares? Who cares?
I could be having a time where I'm like, oh, this is the worst, and then I don't know what clicks in me. It's like, I'll sit down there, close my eyes for a second, and be like, it's not that deep, and I'll just go on with my life.
Yeah, for me, sometimes I'd put on a movie, right? Or switch on the PS5 or something like that.
It gives you time to think as well. Why?
Yeah. Or you just kind of escape from the current reality. And when you go back to reality, like, okay, I was being a bit dramatic or whatever it is, it'll pass too. Like this too shall pass. Everything will pass, right?
Yeah. No, definitely. I think another thing I'm actually interested in is you spoke about because you were very online at one point, and then you had a period of time where you went off social media for 3 years. Yeah. I'm so curious. What did you do in those 3 years? What was that 3 years like? Like, what did you learn about yourself? Like, how was all of that?
So, we talk about burnout a lot in medicine. Yeah. And I'd never thought it happened to me, but it happened to me.
Yeah. Okay.
So in that year, my dad got sick. I wasn't doing very well in my studies. So that was at that point, I went through burnout, and I didn't know if I was going to continue medicine or not, you know. But I was like, you know, this will be a time where I can just find myself. It was a good time for self-reflection. I took 6 months off to, you know,
everyone needs travel. That time, yeah.
And then when I came back, the next 3 years, I was like, you know what? Okay, you know what? I'm just going to focus on medicine. Yeah. I'm going to get the, you know, rid of the distractions. And it was actually really nice to get off social media for a while. Yeah. I felt really grounded. Yeah. Because sometimes you get lost in everything online, and it's almost like an addiction. You're just scrolling every day.
Yeah, I can like max off my phone maybe one day? So like
one day, I can't do it 5 minutes. No, but it was good to touch grass for a bit.
Yeah.
And I think it really helped me become either a better doctor, a better person. And yeah, so the past 3 years have been pretty good.
Yeah. And how'd you go through your time? Like how'd you feel up your time in those 3 years?
Well, most of the time was for myself.
Yeah.
And I was really just focusing on myself.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do content or talk to the world or anything like that. It was a bit selfish. It was just me.
Yeah. Okay. And you always there are times as well, like you always have to put yourself first. Yeah. When the time comes as well, when you like, everyone needs that break to kind of just shut off from the world every now and again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then that was that time for me. And now that I've finished my degree.
Yeah.
And passed everything, I'm like, you know what, this is a safe time to get back on socials.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, I'm gonna get back out there and put myself out there again.
I mean, looking, I guess, for the future as well, what's that like now, coming back to the internet and posting your content and, you know, being in your routine? What's that like now? Do you get a sense of like nostalgia from that?
To be honest, I feel a bit out of place sometimes.
Yeah. Like
I don't really know how to navigate it anymore.
Yeah.
Like every day I'd come home back then I would just post videos and it was just natural. Right?
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, what do I post? Like what's interesting now? Like what do people care about? Should I just post the same pharmacy stuff? Do I need to diversify?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like getting back into the groove of things.
Yeah.
But I think I'm getting back to my groove.
Do you have a specific goal with social media and where you want it to go? I
really want it to be a platform that I can, you know, educate and bring awareness to the general public. I think to this point people don't know what pharmacists really do or what kind of opportunities pharmacy gives you if you're thinking about studying pharmacy. How have
you've been through so much in the past 10 years from studying, working, social media, like everything. How have you kind of worked around setting your goals? Because you've achieved so much already. So how do you kind of dissect that part of it and be like, all right, I've achieved this goal? Are you kind of the mindset where you're like, okay, let me kind of go to what's next, let me kind of see what happens after this? Or do you kind of shut off a bit after a goal is achieved and take it all in? How do you manage that? Yeah.
Long-term goals and short-term goals. So, you know, when we said, what do we see in 10 years in the future? I'm talking about maybe a business, maybe this, maybe that. Yeah. Nothing is certain, right? Because it's the short-term goals that kind of concrete the long-term goals. Yeah. I have a direction that I'm heading in. And then whatever direction I'm in, whatever opportunity presents itself, I'll take it. Because you don't know where it's going to take you, right? Like, is this going to go somewhere? Maybe it might not. Yeah. Right? But I take every opportunity and I kind of try to direct it to my goal. Yeah. My long-term goals, right? And I do one step at a time. So whatever I achieve in the short term, that will contribute to my long-term goal.
Within social media as well, how have you kind of handled, you know, social media can be a harsh place as well. You can get negativity on there. The comments are sometimes harsh. How do you manage that side of it as well?
At first I would get like really emotionally like impacted. Some people would go for your character, so I'll get really emotionally like impacted by this. But then later on I was like, no, this is just the internet. You put yourself out there, you're gonna get someone who doesn't like you. You can't please everyone. So again, it's that mindset of who cares, like, you know, it's not that deep.
And with that as well, I guess social media is such a big place. So before we finish up, I think one of my last questions would be, within social media, the content creation that you do, your pharmacy, and I guess everything that you kind of work on, what impact do you want to have? I guess, is there a specific impact you want to have? We spoke about goals, but is there something where you want to be like, okay, that was my impact and I'm happy with that, and that's kind of like, is there I guess, yes, with your goals that you're setting, do you have a specific goal in regards to like impact?
The impact I want to have on social media is, I want it to be a medium that I can transfer information safely. Yeah. And people to understand it and not feel alienated. Yeah. Sometimes people feel gaslit by their doctors. Some people feel like they're not being heard or being respected. Sometimes, you know, medicine has its own language. And I just want it to be a place where people have questions they don't feel stupid to ask. Yeah. You know, or the information is easy to digest for the everyday person. Yeah. And if I can just change one person's life or healthcare online, that's my goal, man. Yeah, man, I'm excited for you. I feel like you've been offline for a bit, but I think I'm excited to see what comes to you. I'm excited to see the content you make. I'm excited to see where you end up. I'm excited to be back, to be honest. Because even coming back, how does that feel? Like that you've come back from a time where you were not online and now you're kind of trying to put yourself out there. How does that feel? I feel like I'm starting from zero again. Which is exciting in itself. It's nerve-wracking because like you don't know if you're going in the right direction, if you're doing the right thing. But starting from zero means I can take it in whatever direction I want.
I'm definitely excited to see what comes for you, man.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Again, I appreciate you coming on.
No, thanks for having me.
It was such a good chat.
Yeah, a little clap.